Hey guys, it's me Delta One here with AirSofttalk, and today I have another Real Steel video for you, so bear with me. And just keep in mind, I don't know everything about firearms. I know there's like Real Steel channels that know loads more about this stuff than I do. I just don't know the actual super duper like specific stuff, like, you know, barrel twists and whatnot, but whatever. So today I'm going to do a video, and I'm not sure if I've done one or not on it, but today I want to make a video on the 1895 Nagant revolver, which was manufactured by the USSR, and they started making these and, you know, mass producing them around the 1895s up until, I want to say, the end of World War II, maybe a little bit past that, because the Tokarev was what replaced this, and this was the first really Russian-made pistol, to my knowledge, for the Russian Army. Now, you may be asking me, you know, why would you get something like this, Delta? This doesn't really suit you. You seem more of a powerhouse man. And I am. No doubt about that. Now, this is a, like I said, 1895 Nagant revolver, and this is one of the coolest, I would say this is probably one of the coolest revolvers in the world. This has something that a 500 Magnum can't do, and that is suppressing it. Now, I'm going to make fun of Walking Dead for a minute. You see him in the prison, and I don't know, I don't like Walking Dead, with a surefire, ghetto-fied suppressor. That's not possible on a Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum. It just isn't. It's impossible. There's nothing you can do. It's not going to happen. Because of one thing. See how that revolver, see how there's a gap? All revolvers have a gap. All of them. Except for this. And here, see the gap? Oh, it's gone. Because it is the only suppressible gas sealing revolver in the world. Which is pretty cool. You get a 9mm suppressor, you can get a clamp on that goes over here, or you can cut this back and thread it for a 14mm, whatever one you got, and it's no joke this loud. That's how loud it is. And this is clear. I double checked. It's clear. Now, some interesting facts about the Nagant revolver. This was used through World War I, World War II, and probably carried around in the Cold War for no reason, because we never really, you know, had U.S. military on their soil shooting at each other in a major conflict. Okay, I know there's probably some history buffs out there. They're going to be like, well, there was some special card unit, and they, you know, it would never put on the records, because, you know, I watch the History Channel, and, you know, everything they say is true. Anyways, now, the 1895 Nagant revolver is one of the revolvers I would recommend. If you collect firearms, you need to buy one. For one, the gas sealing thing is pretty darn cool, and the fact this is a piece of history. Mine is a 1939 Tula made. It's in fairly good condition. I soaked the wood to make it expand a little bit because it just felt better. And ammo is not very cheap. That is the only downfall. It's about anywhere from $35 to about $20 a box. I don't like paying for 50 rounds of ammo over 15. I complain after it gets over that, which is why I haven't bought a lot of ammo recently. Now, it is a 7.62 by 38R, which is pretty cool because, you know, AK 7.62 by 39, which I think is awesome. So this revolver is awesome to me, because it, you know, ballistic wise doesn't have, you know, that much stopping power as a 39, but, you know, just saying it makes, you know, I don't know, it just makes me feel kind of cool. But it holds 7 rounds, not 6 or 8 or 5 or 4, but 7, which is kind of weird because the Russians were just like, I guess they were predicting the line from, you know, Dirty Harry, like, did it fire 5 or 6? And they're like, you know what, he fired 6, and he was like, you're right, I did, boom. But anyways, the Nagant revolver is kind of not a high quality revolver. I just want to state that. But it proved, in, you know, it was obviously good enough for the Russians, so therefore it's good enough for me. Because they put their stuff through some heavy time. You know, so One of the reasons being is, I don't say this is a very high quality revolver. Normally the max on a double action revolver you're going to get is maybe 15 pounds on the pool. When I first bought this thing was hovering around, I'm guessing because of how hard it was, around 30 to 35 pounds for a double action. And when I had it, it was 12 on a single. I left it locked back. I know there's probably someone that's going to tell me that's horrible, that I left this locked back for 3 months so it'd bring it down. And it did bring it down to about 20 on double. Single, it's about 5. But however, it works great, it functions flawlessly, and it's very quiet. Like, you could probably get away with shooting this without Ear Pro. I would not recommend that though, but you could. Now, disassembly of this is pretty easy. You pull this out, pull this to the side, and there's a little lever. You pull that out, and this comes out. It's reverse process. I just don't want to take it out on video right now. But however, you can buy one of these for about the same price as a Windgun 1895 Nagant airsoft revolver, which is kind of funny because, you know, the rules of airsoft manufacturing make sense, but these don't. Because, you know, an airsoft Mosin is like $400 when you can go buy a real one. You get a finished Mosin for that much. But I do recommend these. I'm not sure if they're even going to like import these anymore, and I'm not saying this to make you go buy a bunch like almost every firearm company or every liberal is forcing that, or you better buy a gun before they go away. You know, I work at a gun store. I just want to make all the money I can. Yeah, which that you want 22? I'll be $100 for 50. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that because I haven't seen these on any major retailing website that you could buy. Now, I bought mine for about $140, and I thought I overpaid. Then I went on JG Gun Sales and saw the exact same one I had for $250. So I don't really know where these are going at right now. And I bought mine in June of last year. And I was kind of skeptical of it because I'd always been meaning to buy one, and I was kind of regretting that I bought it because I felt like I just bought it on impulse. And I'm glad I didn't, because it's just fun to shoot and it's quiet. Very quiet. Now, it's a fun gun. The sights aren't really adjustable. There's no windage or elevation. It's not a supreme accuracy pistol. But this, however, was replaced by the Tokarev. And God, Tokarev ammo is expensive. That's why I don't own one. But I will own one eventually, because I need to complete my World War II Russian collection. I'm eventually going to try and find a SVT-40. So, which are expensive, very expensive. But I think these are cool. And honestly, I know I haven't really given you much information, but these are just cool pistols. Like, I know this wouldn't be a good prepper weapon if you're a prepper, but at the same time, it's one of those guns you just like, this is cool, you know. And it's a piece of history, and you know, they're not that bad. Like, I'm not saying they're well made, but they're put together and they're meant to work. So, I mean, like I said earlier, if it's good enough for the Russians, it should be good enough for you, because they put their stuff through some serious hard work. So, other than that, it's just a fun gun. Like, I recommend this to anybody who's looking into getting a pistol. Now, however, if you do find one of these that's made before 1898, you don't have to have an FFL. They can ship it to your house, because the ATF deemed any firearm that was made before then is not lethal to people, which I think is stupid. Because a 68 caliber musket won't, you know, mess somebody up. You know, just ship that to my house. But whatever, I'm not the ATF. However, ATF said that we shouldn't have AK-74 Russian surplus ammo anymore, because 5% of it was AP. Since Zastava makes AK-74 pistols, you can't have AP for pistols, but you can have AP for rifles, which is stupid. AP's armor piercing. But whatever. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just thought I'd bring it out here. I'm probably going to make a video on that Makarov you see behind me. That thing's pretty cool. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, life is good.